a professional writer. Now somebody asked me, was I a lawyer? No, I'm not. Yeah, it was you. I'm not a lawyer. That's a good career to have. But my career still is, I'm a professional writer. I've been writing professionally for about, give or take, about 15 years. Some of y'all, I'm a little bit older than y'all can see. And I actually began writing back in professionally, I started around 1998. I started writing for a website that needed a writer to write biographies. How many of you all are familiar with what a biography is? And basically what a biography is just an overview of a person's life and some of the things that they've done. And they needed me to do biographies on different singers, different rappers, different movie stars and things like that. And so I volunteered my services. Now the website was actually located in Amsterdam, which is in Europe. Even though I wrote here, I was able to email all of my articles over. And what they were doing was they was taking my articles all around the city. Amsterdam is a very, very large city. And I was getting a lot of attention that way. People were writing me, emailing me, about the things I had written. And I used to write about some of the most well-known people at that particular time. You had Aaliyah, you had Tupac, you had Denzel Washington. There's a lot of different people that everybody knows. And so I started writing about those people, and then I got an opportunity to write for an online magazine in 2000, and they're called allhiphop.com, and I was actually one of their first writers for that particular website. It is a gigantic website now. It has about 10 to 15 million visitors per month, I think now. It's a lot of people. They've been all BET, MTV, VH1. They've been pretty much in all of the popular music channels, the owners. And some of my stuff has actually been on BET and MTV and stuff like that, and I'll be able to talk about that soon. So as I was doing that, I did that from 2000 to around 2005. Now I stopped writing for about maybe 2 years, from like 2006 to around 2008, because I wanted to concentrate. I have 3 kids. My oldest son is about you all's age, is 13, and I wanted to basically focus on being a parent and all those good things. And in 2008, I came back and I started actually writing for gospel magazines. Anybody listen to gospel music? Okay. Yeah. Like I used to hang out with Kirk Franklin and Israel and Dietrich Haddon and big time Yolanda Adams, big time gospel artists like that. I used to interview them, talk to them, get phone calls from them every now and then. They would go to churches and I would go and hang out and all those different things. And I did that for a couple of years. And in 2011, I do have a copy of it. I put out my first book. The book is geared toward helping people who have gone through a lot of major issues in their lifetime. We live in Washington, D.C., so if you look at the news and things like that, you see a lot of people are going through, they're poor, they've been abused and things like that. A lot of people here, unfortunately, they're on drugs, they drink a lot and things like that. So I wrote a book to kind of help and encourage people who are going through these issues. And I'll grab a copy of the book real quick so you guys can pass it around and check it out. 1 second. Okay, I'll start over here. And so now I've every now and then I'll do like the interviews I was doing, interviewing movie stars and things like that. Well, I'm more focused myself on this book and what the book is geared toward, which is just helping people through a lot of different things. People go through a lot of different things, and so that's my main focus right now. Like I said, I've been doing it for a while, and I was in 2 movies also. I don't know. I don't know if you know the titles of them because they were kind of put out. I think you guys probably be 1 or 2.
I think I know it.
I look like a lot of people. So which movie do you think it was?
gotta say it first. It look like Suge Knight. Yeah.
I like Suge Knight.
Yeah.
I met Suge Knight. He's about up here, and he's about out here. You know, he's about a 400.
What movie was it?
First movie I was in was called Aaron Brockovich. It was, I was in that. And then there was another movie. It was a national movie. You know, it was okay back then. It was called Play It to the Bone. It was a boxing movie.
Yeah.
It was dedicated. Now you all watch Shrek, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The guy that has the voice for the swashbuckling cat, he was in that movie with me. He's the voice of the Antonio Banderas. He's a guy about this tall. I thought he was a big guy. He's not. But yeah, he was in that movie with me, so I got a chance to hang out with him. And in the other movie I was in, you know, there was Julia Roberts and some other people. I got a chance to meet them and hang out with them. So, like I said, I've been a writer for a long time. That's my profession. There's going to be other things I'm doing. I'm actually writing the sequel to that book. And I'm actually helping a couple of writers put their books together as well. So I'm always into something. Like I said, my son is about your age, so, you know, my hands are tied with him too. You know, doing all the things that he likes to do. And other than that, that's pretty much what I do. And I'll get into more of my background a little bit. I wanted to ask a question of everybody in here, though. By show of hands, anybody who has a dream, just raise your hand for me, that they want to do later when they become an adult, or even sooner than that. Okay. All right. And everybody who's raising their hand, do you believe that you can actually achieve those things that you're looking to do?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna learn. You believe it or not, I'm gonna learn everybody's name in here while I leave out here. I want to ask everybody questions by your first name. What's your name?
Kayla.
Kayla?
Mm-hmm.
That's my son's sister, so I'll know your name. Easy. What is it that you want to do?
I want to become a pharmacist.
Pharmacist? That's good. Need those, because, you know, a lot of folks take medicine, so your field. So your field is definitely medicine. Yeah, that's good. That's a really good field. What's your name?
Rayla.
Rayla? Kayla and Rayla, that's why you sit together?
No, they're best friends.
Yeah, what you like to do? Now, a number of those. That's good, too. I lived on the West Coast in California for a little while, so I actually seen Hollywood a number of times, and very nice. You can do it. My camera lady.
Yes.
What's your name, sweetie?
My name is Destiny.
Destiny? Do you have any goals or things you want to do?
Yes. I wanted to be a singer, but if I don't, if that don't happen, I'm be a lawyer.
That's good. She can sing, you know?
Yeah.
She can?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can sing. Okay. That's good. I wish I could. I can't sing. I can't dance. Even though I'm going to be in a play in June, I can't sing and I can't dance. Isn't that something? The play is called Put a Ring on It. It's a gospel play. It's geared toward, if you all read the Bible at all, it's geared toward the story of Boaz and Ruth.
Yes.
And so it's basically around that story. And I'm actually going to be one of the lead roles in that particular play. So, like I said, I'm not going to sing, I'm not going to dance, I'm just going to act. So, you know. Sir.
My name is Marquez.
Marquez. Okay.
And I want to be a football player, but my mother always told me I never backup job.
Mm-hmm.
So if that don't work, I want to be an architect.
Architect?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, you want to design buildings and structures and such? Your mom's right, because a lot of football players, I think the average football player in the NFL, I think they only last about 3 years because of getting injured and stuff. So when kids go to college, you know, they finish their degree, so that they'll have a backup plan. And so that's good. Your mom is absolutely correct about that. What's your name, sir?
Kahar.
Kahar? All right. I see you smiling at me. What's going on? What you like to do?
I don't know.
You don't know yet? You know, that's okay. That's okay. That's cool.
You gotta be kind of hard.
Oh, you funny like that?
Yeah. Yes,
Oh.
it is.
Got jokes, huh? Okay. Okay, say good morning. Hi, what's your name?
Star.
Star?
Star.
Star, like shooting stars in the sky? Okay. What you like to do when you get a little older?
I want to do a lot.
Huh?
I want to do a lot.
Like?
I want to be a rapper,
Mm-hmm.
actress.
You want to hear a rap?
Can you rap?
Yeah, never rap.
Do you sound like Nicki Minaj?
No, you better
Oh.
than Minaj. Go ahead, rap. Go ahead, rap song.
Anybody's better than Nicki Minaj.
I do it if I want it, and I want it.
Oh.
And rap song. Rap song? Therapy. I want to sing therapy. I want to be a rapper, an actress. No.
What type of offbeat
I want to, like, I want to own a school for, like, a performing arts school.
Wow.
Like, for kids who, like, want to continue with their dreams, but it's going to be, like, a high school.
Okay. For older, like, teenagers and stuff. That's good.
And,
y'all might have been
Good.
I want to have a beach house.
Mm-hmm.
And a house in my backyard. And a house in the DMV, so that like
Okay.
when I get famous,
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna say if, I'm saying when I get
Exactly. There
famous,
you go.
I can travel back and forth.
Okay.
So I can be down south, and then I can also be up here.
Very good. That's a good goal to have. You can definitely do it, too.
Okay. Rock star now. You play too much. You can rap now. You got beat. Your favorite song.
Before I leave, I'm gonna,
My finger was in there.
what you say, sweetheart?
Mariah.
Mariah.
Soon.
You want to be actress too?
I need a lawyer.
No, actresses.
Okay.
Actresses are these young dudes that don't get along.
Oh my God.
I got jokes too.
I know.
Huh?
Very right.
Oh.
I'm talking.
Get Noki back here.
That's Mr. McNeil's song.
John?
And you. Huh?
Howard.
Oh, okay. Pediatrician? Real nice. Like babies?
Whoa.
You got like babies.
Right.
That's good. What's your name, sir? Ramel.
There you go.
Be at the taco.
What do you say?
Come here, man. Got you on tape. I'm gonna put you on tape. Trent.
His name is